Yo, what's good guys, IvorBrynMike here and I am back for the first time in almost 20 months with a league racing highlight video. This is round number 1 of the Masters Championship here in Division 3 and we are at the Austrian GP and it is going to be a fantastic race at the Red Bull Ring and we are getting ready for this, and you can see there it is going to be raining at the start of qualifying as you come onto my first flying lap. No assists now. I have ditched all assists, so for quite a while I'm going to be just getting used to everything, but we'll see how much I can improve, especially when it comes to the new game. But as you can see there, you know, just the track is just not very nice at the moment. It is still quite damp out there, but dry enough for the dry tyres apparently, as we set a purple sector 1, breaking down into turn 3, getting a little bit of wheel spin on the exit. It's going to cost us a few times here and there, but you know, on the run now into turn 4, picking out our braking point at the 100-meter board. Gonna just drift out too wide, and that is also going to lose us a bit of time there as we come into turn 6. Nicely done, hugging the apex there quite nicely, but in turn 7 we just drift out too wide, and that has lost us quite a lot of time there, and we don't get the greatest of launch onto this straight into the penultimate corner now. Just taking it a bit too calmly as my teammate joins the party. My teammate Caesar, as he will be joining me in the other Scuderia. We set in a 1:11.7, which is not a great lap, but you can see the racing point there struggled with it also. But here we go now on to what is my fastest lap of the session. 4 minutes left in qualifying. We're going to break down into turn 1, take quite a bit of curb on the entry into turn 1, and that has gained us quite a lot of time. As we climb up the hill, we are up by over 0.8 of a second, picking out our braking point going into turn 3. We get a much better exit than what we did on our first flying lap, and you can see the time delta as it is getting dry, so we're obviously going to be gaining time, but you can just see just how much better this lap is compared to the first lap. As I was just driving around gaining confidence on this lap, you can see Jetty on pole with a 1:04, so a very good lap there from Jetty, and we're not going to set anything like that as we hit the curb in turn 7, which just bumps us off wide almost into the gravel, and that is really going to hinder our lap time as we come through the final corner. What's it going to be? We're up by just under 5 seconds. It's going to be a 1:06.7, and not very good lap at all, and we end the qualifying session 0.8 off the car ahead in P14. So it's not been a great showing in qualifying for us, and yo, this no assist life is going to take some getting used to. Now,
will he be able to join the quali?
Question is, what are we going to be able to do in the race as we are waiting for the qualifying session to end? You see my teammate Caesar in 3rd place. He is also getting rid of an assist. He's taken off ABS, and now look at the race strategy. It is a 1-stop, softs to mediums, dry race throughout, and good chance of a safety car early.
Safety car can come out.
As you can hear me and Caesar in the background chatting about strategy and the possibility of an early safety car.
Everything is off except the corner.
As we line up on the grid, about to get ready to go to those 5 red lights as we wait for Callum to get himself into his grid slot.
It's bright and sunny.
Yep, thank God.
And now here we go to those 5 red lights. The lights are out and we are underway, and Invictus does not even get off the line there as Stevie G gets an absolutely fantastic start, goes clean straight past me. We take it quite tentative in turn 1, and that compromises us a bit because Silas has gone straight around our outside in turn 1. You can see 3 wide momentarily up ahead, and we're just going to take it nice and calm here. But you can see Bomber going straight around my outside there as we get a bit of wheel spin there on the exit of turn 3, which is going to put us under pressure from Invictus on the run into turn 4. He is going to have a look down the inside. We're going to try and hang it around the outside, but we're unable to get the job done. A little bit of contact there, slowing us up just enough. The big shotter on the hard tyres can get down our inside, but we are going to have the inside for the next 2 corners. Unable to get it done though. So we're going to have to settle down in P18 as we move on to lap 2 in turn 4. Once again defending from Di Miles, but you can see up ahead absolute carnage here as Bomber, Callum and a Red Bull all caught up there.
As I was catching up.
And that is an early safety car, and you can hear me and Caesar now discussing.
What are you thinking? Staying out?
It's too early.
It's too early, yeah, it's too early.
Yeah, so me and Caesar discussing a possibility of making the pit stop, but unfortunately straight after the safety car we ended up with a glitched lobby, so we had to reset the lobby, custom grid, so we got placed back in P14. We're hoping now for a much better start than what we got in the first race,
Good luck, man.
as we are getting ready to go to those 5 red lights once again. 5 red lights are out and we are underway, and we get a pretty decent start, much better than the last time, but Invictus gets a much better start. But Stevie G, absolutely king of starts, but you can see a Toro Rosso going straight down the inside. We get absolutely swamped at the beginning by Silas, and we got Di Miles now on our inside into turn 3, and he's gonna absolutely send it down our inside. There's a little bit of movement up ahead through everyone trying to pick their own line through. We get a little bit compromised on Di Miles. He's going to be right there down our inside, but we're going to brake much later and try around the outside. You see a little bit of carbon fibre there off the Renault that has flung off. So
and P7.
the Renault is wounded up ahead. I'm not sure which Renault it is, but we're able to make the move, stick on Di Miles and keep P17 for the time being. Invictus up ahead gets a little bit out of shape, and we are going to catch him now on the run down towards turn 2 and 3. We're going to be side by side with him, 3 wide almost momentarily there with Di Miles, but down the inside we'll go. We get absolutely punted at the backside and absolutely lose the back end because of it, and we spin off right into the path of Big Shotter.
And I just lost the back end trying to come back onto the track.
So both me and Big Shotter with wing damage, and you can see now he wasn't very happy. He just absolutely binned it on track, and that's not going to be good for Big Shotter. But that does bring out a safety car, and it gives me a bit of a lifeline, really. But I mean, you got a feel for Big Shotter there.
Okay, perfect time for you. What? Okay, did you cross the pit lane?
As you can see, as we come up now to Big Shotter's car, and Caesar was asking me if I already passed the pit lane, which unfortunately I did, so I had to go around for another lap. And now on the safety car restart, absolute carnage as ensued on the final corner. As you can see, there's a few cars off track. We've had a few DNS, and there's a few guys into the pits as well. So we're going to jump up all the way into P12, and we got 2 guys trying to take each other out on the pit straights. We're up into P10, and it's been an absolutely chaotic restart, but it's worked out for us, and we are now up into the points, into the top 10. However, I should say that points in this league go out to the top 19, so as long as you don't finish dead last, you are guaranteeing yourself at least a point. So right now in P10 on lap 7 of 36, we're going to see what we can do. We got Invictus and Di Miles up ahead, and I think we got the pace to overtake him. And as we go on to lap 10, DRS on Invictus. 2 more guys have made their pit stop, so we are now up into P8. And now with DRS wide open, Rich Mix and high ERS flowing, we're going to move to the inside for turn 3. And we're just going to get the car slowed down, but it does allow Invictus to get that beautiful little switchback on us, and he's going to have DRS this time. So Invictus is going to come back at us. He is on the hard compound tyres, we're on the mediums. We should have the grip advantage, but as he goes into turn 4, he goes deep. So we're able to cut back underneath him, and we are able to get that move done up into P7. As we are now looking ahead, we see Die Miles and Bomb ahead, so we are going to try and close up on these guys as fast as possible to see if we can get up the order anymore. As you can see, losing the back end a little bit, just a massive snap of oversteer there in the penultimate corner as we now try to close up on the guys ahead. A 9.7 there on our lap there, and that I think will be our fastest lap. I'm not sure.
I think, yep.
But lap 15 now, a lot of guys have made their pit stops, including my teammate. So obviously right now it is time to be the good teammate. I'm not in the same race as my teammate, so I've got to let him go.
Yeah, I kind of did.
I slowed down a little bit so he could get DRS, and unfortunately I couldn't get on the Williams, but I slowed down so Caesar could get DRS. I tell him to go down the inside into this left-hander.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
As you can hear the appreciation there from Caesar saying thank you. As I let him go, and now I try to defend from Forky in the Haas, who is the big challenger for my teammate. So we're going to try and defend, but he's on much fresher medium tyres, and he's going to send it down the inside. He is there, so I have to leave him the room, and he just completely mugs me off there. And yeah, Forky now up into P4.
They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps off. The time last lap was a 1 minute 8.
So right now you're seeing me check the penalty situation for my teammate on Forky, and of course we got David behind as well.
Gap behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are
yeah, Forky's definitely catching up quickly.
1:29.0. They have a time penalty of 3.0.
David got a 3-second time penalty.
So there we go, just letting Season know that David has a 3-second time penalty. And on lap 20, well, David actually does get past us on the following lap, but here on lap 21 now, we're being counted and caught rapidly by Stevie G, who is going to have DRS, and he is going to send it to the inside of turn 4, and he is going to get past us, but he does go a bit deep, gives us a little bit of an opportunity, but we can't get the traction down. Remember, we pitted on lap 4 for these mediums, so they are close towards the end of their tyre life, and we are debating on whether or not to take these tyres all the way to the end. So on the lap 30 we did decide to take it to the end, as we had Stevie G come into the pits, and he's on a fresh set of soft tyres. There's nothing I can do here. I've been on these tyres for an absolute age, and he's on very fresh soft tyres. It is, someone better get a fat lady out, because she has to sing right now. And of course we got Bomber behind us as well, and he's doing the exact same thing on fresh sauce, and we have no chance of trying to keep these fresh soft runners behind. It's about knowing what battles that I am in, and this one unfortunately I was not in. Moving on to lap 35 of 36. Jetty now all over the back end. You can see my tyres on 58% on the rear left, and Jetty down my inside. I wasn't too worried about this because he did have 12 seconds of penalties, and it was going to be just a matter of just trying to keep with him, not let him get 12 seconds, as we now go through the final corner for the final time here, and we will cross the line in P8, but will get
32
promoted
laps
up
on
to
mediums.
P7. And
That's brilliant, man.
that is a
That's a
fantastic
lot of laps.
result for me.
32.
Caesar, my teammate, does
32.
pick up the victory,
Oh,
laps on
call me
mediums.
the wonder tyre saving.
as I took those mediums.
Driver of the
32 laps. And that is how the race
So
ends.
if that
Caesar,
is
my
removed, I
teammate,
think,
wins it. Me in
I might
7th
come
place.
second.
And I hope you guys
Usually-
enjoyed my first league racing video in such a long time. I've been IvorBrynMike, and until next time, guys, we'll catch you in
No 5
the next
seconds, but a
video.
lot of